Hi YouTube, today I'm going to be doing a video showing you how to replace a broken liftgate latch on your second generation Toyota Tundra. So the issue that I'm experiencing here with my liftgate latch handle is that it seems kind of loose in the opening, and today's actually a good day because normally this would kind of pop around and shift about. As you can see, it's kind of all coming out. I suspect something's broken, so we're going to take it apart and check out what's going on behind here. Now, in order to gain access to the liftgate latch assembly, we need to remove these 8 retaining Torx T30 screws. So once the 8 screws have been undone from the liftgate protection cover, we can go ahead and just kind of flip it up, which will then expose the metal cover that covers the liftgate latch. And that can just simply be removed by lifting it up because it's all sandwiched together with the screws. We'll start off by undoing the backup camera if your Tundra is equipped with one, which is this wire loom that connects to the 2 screws here. We'll use our 8mm socket and just undo 2 securing screws. Carefully pull the camera out. Now you want to pay attention here that you don't just let this camera bang around the sharp edges of your truck, because you don't want to scratch that lens. So we're just going to carefully push that in. And so we need to disconnect the latch actuating arms from the retaining clips. And what we're going to do, or how we're going to do that, is that we're just going to use a pair of needle nose pliers and kind of just push on the opening such that this releases, and then lift the arm out. We'll do the same for this one. Lift that out. Then do a nut driver. And then, to take it out, we're just going to squeeze this little tab here that sort of holds the bottom piece in. We're just going to give it a squish. Well, the whole handle just fell out. And so, you can see, it looks like the previous owner of this truck made an attempt to glue the mounting studs back onto the handle. And that's actually why it wasn't holding in, because, well, it simply wasn't. So here's the replacement liftgate handle. I bought a genuine Toyota one, and of course it's one of the ones with the built-in camera hole here. Part number 69090-0C051. And this handle's exceptionally expensive, costing $220 Canadian plus taxes. So this is what the new latch handle looks like. It should look identical to your old one. And you'll notice that there's no replacement lock, and that's because you got to transfer it over from the old one. And that can be accomplished quite easily simply by taking a flat bladed screwdriver and then prying at this retaining clip right here and just cracking it loose. Just lift this out, so. And then to install it onto the new one, you don't even have to remove the clip. You can just simply line up this little wing with where the handle is, push it through, and snap into place. And that's all there is to it. Now to reinstall the handle, we're just going to hold it like this in our hand, and then going underneath to the liftgate hole, we're going to put it up through, so, and then just simply popping it into place. Make sure that the mounting holes line up, and then reinstall the screws. Since these screws are just little 8mm bolts, they don't need to be extremely tight. Just hand snug is more than sufficient. Hopefully, put our backup camera back into its opening and reinstall the screws for the camera. And then, last but not least, install the latch actuator rods, and before putting them back into the new latch, or the handle latch, or the latch handle, we're just gonna give the ends a wipe to remove any dirt, put it into the hole, and then swing the little lock around, snapping it in. Repeat the process for arm number 2, putting it in and snapping it down. Okay, so now that everything has been reinstalled properly, you can just give things a double check to ensure that, for example, the little lock lever is properly mated to the lock actuating wing, that the bolts are snug, and that your arms are properly inserted into the latch handle. And make sure that you have got your keys with you as well, in case that you inadvertently actuated the lock. Go ahead and close it. Give the handle a wiggle. It's a lot more solid than it ever has been, even since the day I bought the truck. It's no movement whatsoever. Super smooth. Test the lock by putting your key in and locking it. Unlock. You can now go ahead and reinstall the latch cover plate in the reverse order how it was removed, lining up all the holes. So once we've lined up the holes of our liftgate guard, we can go ahead and reinstall the 8 screws that secure this cover to the liftgate. And I just want you guys to pay attention to the assembly order. You got to have like this little washer here that's got the centering stud, and then you've got the thin nylon washer followed by the screw. And it's important that you actually have all these components put in that exact order, otherwise it won't hold this cover in place properly. Now as we screw these screws back down, you just want to do so in a sort of crisscross and somewhat loose manner. The reason is that you want to be able to shift the liftgate cover around in the event that the holes don't quite line up perfectly. So once everything has been checked and aligned, go ahead and very gently finger tight these screws. Those nylon spacers have a tendency to crack very easily, and besides, you're not actually holding any weight anyhow, you're just keeping this liftgate cover on. So just finger tight is more than sufficient. Now as you can see from my video, replacing the liftgate latch handle is neither difficult nor time consuming, and can be done so with the most basic of hand tools. The worst part of the repair is actually the price of the part, which at the time of this video could only be sourced from the Toyota dealership. I hope you found this video useful and informative. If you like it, give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.